Hey there everybody, PTPOP here with all four lobes of my brain securely bound behind my back, and welcome to another episode of PTPOP Call Center Survivor. Today, I'm diving back into the wonderful world of TikTok to talk about the nightmare that is call center work. And I'm going to jump right into it today, so buckle up, alert the dogs, tell the media that I'm here for each and every one of you. Your call center advocate, your brother in torment. Before I get to today's topic, please support this channel simply by liking and subscribe and spreading the word about my channel. If you do have some extra cash on hand, feel free to become a member here and see behind the scenes of my production. Join my Patreon or buy my books, my music, and a variety of other things, including documentaries. That's my quick PSA announcement. I'm going to start off with this one. This is a lady who I just really love this one.
So new nightmares from working in a call center. One of my coworkers was clarifying like how we change our status. Like, what is the status for? Is it for like bathroom breaks, yada, yada. And so they brought in this lady in a pantsuit, and she informed us that going to the bathroom was a privilege and this job was a privilege.
Oh my God. Well, it's bad enough she was wearing a pantsuit. But have some bitch like Hillary Clinton come in and tell you that going to the bathroom is a privilege?
And they hired 900 of us, and half of them are in Jamaica, so we need to consider our positions.
So she's basically saying, feel lucky you have a job. Otherwise, it's going to be outsourced to Jamaica. How nice.
And if we decide to make other choices, then the company's business needs will adjust. And she also said that they operate on a policy of trust, but verification. So that if our internet goes out and we don't provide verification, they'll just dock our pay. If we have to restart our router, they'll dock our pay. And basically, this assignment's going to end in 4 weeks, which none of us were told.
So they're going to dock their pay. So I'm taking this as a work from home position. And if there's a power outage, they're going to dock their pay. And if they have to restart their router because, you know, the internet service provider goes down or advises them to restart their router, they're going to dock their pay. What kind of bullshit is this? I'm telling you guys, these are modern day sweatshops. This is an awful work environment, and they're all terrible. And I don't know how they get away with it. I don't know how any government in any country allows this to go on, but we all know our governments are bought and paid for, and they've been diddling with Diddy and things like that. First day working at a call center.
First day working at a call
center?
I ain't going no damn well. 401k. I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. I get 3 breaks. All I gotta do, answer the phone and say, "Can you hold for a second?" And I hope they hang up because I ain't doing that goddamn. Sitting down, getting paid $18 an hour. Got my little dish, put my little snacks under here. Life is good. Life is good.
Is this man serious? Now, I know some people that sat alongside me in the different call centers. I think that's what they did. I think they just kicked up their feet and they just said, "Oh, can you hold for a second?" They go through the calls like crazy. But they'll get you for hold time. If you've got more hold time, you've got talk time, you'll get walked out the door. I think he's joking. I don't know.
Hey, Larry's phone numbers. You can go ahead and delete this phone number at your phone. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. I'm tired of y'all calling me at work. Y'all call me in the morning. Y'all call me in the afternoon. Stop calling me.
To Larry that.
God damn it, this is Larry. Stop calling me. I'm tired of hearing y'all get the same phone. Different.
Hello? Hi.
Yes, who is this and why are you calling?
Outbound call centers. I've done tons of outbound. I did fundraising for the Cleveland Orchestra. I tried to sell magazines with Dial America. I sold magazines with Rolling Stone magazine. Oh, it's torture. It's an absolute treacherous job.
I'm tired of random numbers. Yes, this is her.
Hi,
yes, this is
Linda.
her.
Yes, so I was giving you a call in regards.
This has to be a scam. How did you even get my number? Like, this is ridiculous. I have insurance.
No,
I'm good. I don't need any additional products.
This is actually.
So I hate to sound like a complainer, but working in a call center fucking sucks. If you work in a call center, you know, you fucking know.
So I have never sat next to a beautiful woman like that. I think she's rather beautiful. And the women I worked alongside were just nasty, fat trolls. Most of them.
And I just want to know, to all the people who work in a call center, what is the point of having a fucking team lead or a supervisor when they're never available?
Amen. Amen. These people, your team lead, your manager, all walk off the floor. You get in for your shift, and then they all disappear. And I don't know where they go. They go into a meeting, but what is there to meet about? You can't have something to meet about every single day. But they're never there. And what they tell you in training is, if you're new and you're worried about being on the phones, you've never done this before, the trainer will say, don't worry, you'll have a team lead and a manager that'll be there for you. We'll give you little flags you can raise, and you've got a question. Just, go over there, and they'll come over to you and they'll help you through the call. But they're never around. They're absolutely never around.
Why are they never available? Why every time I need help, I can't get help? This shit's fucking annoying. And then they're like, oh, if you ever need help, reach out.
Yeah.
And if you need
help, it's so true, man. Oh, this poor girl. I feel for you, man. This is terrible stuff that they put you through.
Help and we're not available, reach out to the backup team. And then you reach out to the backup team and they're not available. Why do I have to go to 6 or 7 backup teams before one person decides they're going to fucking help me?
And when I was at Verizon Wireless, this was a 1,500 man call center. Huge. It was like a 100,000 square foot building. And the only supervisor available to me, and I was on the south side of the building, the only supervisor on shifts, especially in the Sunday shift where it was the least staffed, I'd have to walk all the way to the other end of the building to find somebody to help me answer a question. You couldn't ever reach them on their phones. You had to get up and walk.
Has been on hold for 15 fucking minutes and they're angry. Guess who gets yelled at? Me.
It is now about 7 minutes to 5 o'clock and I have about 37 more minutes left of my shift. I work 9 to 5:30. I work from home. And mind you, for the last couple of days, I want to say even more so every Monday and Tuesday, because I get texted around 7 a.m. from my supervisors to log on early. So I've been at this since 7:30 in the morning. I have taken 72 phone calls today and today alone. And that typically is my normal Monday, Tuesday routine, sometimes even Wednesdays, depending on how busy it gets. If I don't answer your text message or phone call after 5:30, please don't get mad at me. I have talked to 72 people today. I have came in early. And the thing about call centers, most call centers now offer working from home. And that's cool. And I try not to, be so anal about my job because I have the privilege to work from home. I get to save a lot of money on gas. I get to use that extra money to DoorDash if I want to, or just do whatever. So I try not to be so hard on my job. However, people in the call center life, you have to agree that this job gets so draining. You're talking to person after person after person. And then the thing about me is, sometimes we get downtime, which I love. We'll be sitting in ready for about maybe 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. I don't get that privilege. You want to know why? Because when I got hired, which was about 2.5, 3 months ago, they cross-trained me. So whenever another department is suffering and drowning in phone calls, and this department is chilling and everyone's, chilling and ready for about 10 minutes, whatever, I don't get that privilege, because the moment they're drowning, I'm getting chats from my supervisors. Oh, can you switch over to this department and help them?
He's completely right. They work you like a dog, and they never give you a moment of downtime. And this poor guy was cross-trained. He probably thought it was a benefit. He probably thinks it's going to help him get advanced, become a supervisor, but they're just using him. They're just taking complete advantage of him. And he's probably very good in the phones. He's got a great personality. He's got a very friendly voice. But they're just totally using him. And it's draining when you don't get a break between calls. He's taken, 72 calls? I took at Verizon, it was about 80 calls a day.
And this is for the people that have to deal with call handle time.
especially the supervisors. Don't ask me why I'm an ACW. Don't ask me why I'm an after call work.
ACW's after call work.
None of that. Don't ask me none of that. And don't ask me about my call handle time. Because, baby, if you deal with these people on a regular basis, you know why my call handle time is the way it is, okay? If you see a quick click, that means they were disrespectful. Because, baby, I'm not handling that. I'm not doing that. That shouldn't even be on the scorecard. That should not be on the scorecard. You know what these type of people y'all get every day. Like, stop it.
Yeah, I've thought that too. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, they ride you in these call centers, and you're not allowed to have a break between calls. And you're not allowed to be in ACW or after call work. After call work is where you push a button and take yourself out of the queue so calls stop dropping into your headset, just to give yourself a breather. And you really needed to get a breather. You really needed to regain your sanity. And this young lady's right. I mean, why do they do that? Why do they ask you, why are you, and they'll say, why are you in after call work? You know, why are you in the bathroom so much? I mean, you know, it's crazy. They should be fortunate that there's anybody even sitting in those seats. They should feel fortunate that anyone is even wants to be in that position and taking calls.
One of the worst jobs that I ever had was working in a call center. Now that I know I have ADHD.
This is called ADHD and working in a call center. I've got ADHD. But let's see what she has to say.
And potentially autism, it makes a lot of sense. Everything was just overwhelming. There was a lot of noise, there was a lot of people, there was a lot of hustle and bustle. You would answer at least 40 to 50 minimum calls a day, one after another. It was intense. On top of that was my crippling fear of failure and not being able to take criticism. So I would push myself to the edge to be the best, which was impossible. But I was a high achiever. I was one of the highest performing on my team.
I was like that. I used to be like that. And I didn't mind the noise and the hustle and bustle in the call center around me. Unless it got so noisy that I couldn't hear the customer. There's some call centers where it was so noisy, you couldn't even hear what the customer was saying on the line. But when I was at Wells Fargo, I was in sales, inbound sales, selling home equity lines of credit. And I was determined to be one of the best sales reps on the floor. And I worked my ass off. But it seemed like it was climbing a grease pole because no matter how well I did, my numbers never matched the top sales reps on the floor.
And that was because of that fear of failure. So I couldn't cope with the idea of not doing good enough. This made me competitive. This made me exhausted. This made me anxious. This made me feel just this horrible pressure that no one else seemed to feel or seemed to care about around me.
Yeah, I felt that too. When I worked in call centers, it seemed like I was the only one that was miserable. And, you know, you'd see somebody in the break room and say, oh, man, isn't this tough? And they'd be like, oh, I don't think it's so bad, man. You know, it's a pretty cool job. But these are probably people that were, you know, I needed the job too, but I was a little bit more vocal about it. And everybody around me just seemed to be chilling like a villain, just taking calls, having a good time.
Let me tell y'all, the worst part about working in a call center is being graded for how you react to rude motherfuckers calling your motherfucking phone. I never thought I would see the day where I can get cussed out and I can be told where to go and how to get there. And my managers pull me into a meeting and say, well, you could have done this better. Mind you, I didn't even cuss them out the way that I really wanted to. I really didn't even say anything but just say, well, if you're going to continue to act this way, I'm not going to be able to further assist you. And because I didn't follow a certain script or a certain wording, I was marked down. I've never...
If you have a customer calling you a pickle sucker and saying your mother sleeps with camels and stuff like that, you're supposed to maintain your professional decorum and not yell back. You're not supposed to insult them back. You have to follow a certain script and say stuff like, well, I'm so sorry you feel that way, sir, and I can understand your frustration. Let me see what I can do for you. And that's supposed to de-escalate the call. If you maintain your decorum and your friendliness, it's supposed to de-escalate it, but it doesn't. Because a lot of people who have been sitting on hold for 2 hours, they're fuming. And the longer they're on hold, the angrier they get, and it doesn't matter who they get in the phone. All they want to do is cuss at somebody.
Gracias por llamar servicio al cliente. Mi nombre es Verónica. ¿Cómo le puedo ayudar? Yeah, I just didn't want to wait in the English queue. It was way too long and Spanish is always shorter. So if you can help me.
Do people really do that? They go in the Spanish queue so they can talk to somebody?
Me in English, please. That'd be great. Disculpa, señora. Esta línea es solamente para personas que hablan español. No. I know you guys all have to speak English. So do you speak English? No.
She's pretty. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Do you speak English?
No hablo inglés. No, come on. You're not going to make me hang up and call back and wait again, are you? Tendrá que llamar de nuevo. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, my God. I really have to call back. You're really going to make... Okay.
She's the cutest little smile, doesn't she?
All right. What's for lunch? Gracias por llamar servicio al cliente. Mi nombre es Verónica.
She knows how to speak the English good.
To work on a call center. It'll be fun. It'll be so freaking fun. People are so mean. Why are people
It's all about having fun, people.
Freaking mean. It's literally, I just took this call. It's literally 8:40 in the freaking morning. I took the call at freaking before 8. 8:15 maybe, you know? I got off the call at 8:30. This guy was so freaking mean. Oh my God, just talking over me, being verbally abusive. Demanding, you
know
guys.
what's funny is most of these guys are pussies in real life. Because they get what I've talked about before. They get phone balls. And they act like they're all tough and stuff. And they can beat up on a woman like this. And they're probably abusive to the woman or the man in their lives. And they probably beat him and smack him around, and they think they're going to do that with her because she's a woman. I'm sure of it. The women always get attacked in these things. And people call in, and they think, if they want something, they think they're going to get it if they get abusive, and they think they're going to get their credit or they're going to get a charge reversed and things like that.
You weren't able to update my phone in a certain time. I couldn't take my trip, and I lost the air ticket and the hotel fees. You guys owe me for all of that, and you owe me this, and you owe me that, and you better do it right now. Shut the fuck up, dude. 8:30 in the fucking morning, and I'm just a fucking human. Fuck, dude. Oh my God. God.
Yeah. I feel for her. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what you go through in a call center, how you're treated. Well, I just want to come on here today and go over some more of these. I'm going to do some more mining and digging down into here because there's got to be a whole giant thing of users here that talk about working in call centers. And I find it really interesting because, we've all been there. We've all been abused. And I want to see other people's reactions to this. And thank you all for watching. If you like what I do here on the YouTubes, give me the thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Thanks a lot on PTPOP. Hasta la vista, baby.
Would you like fries with that?